All right, Shalom. First, I can start by saying all praise to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Witch, warlock, wizard, necromancer. It's gonna say it in the Deuteronomy, the rest the names. But anybody that partake in that left side energy on the demonic side, supposed to be put to death. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if you an Edomite, a white man, or an Israelite, so-called black, Latin, Native American. That's why America is finna be burned with fire. Because how do you cleanse a place? With fire. How do you cleanse how do you say it? How do you throw away a book that has them demonic spirits and witchcraft on it? You burn it with fire. Yep. Yep. Cause that's what's keeping Jake and them sleep. That's what's keeping Jake and them into it and killing each other. Same thing with that's why we into it with people, because of witchcraft. Bear with me. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Hold on. Let's see. I'm over here where the demonic ass forces be at, walking past the cemetery. Everybody over here might engage in some form of witchcraft. Because, they give off them vibes and vibrations and shit. But yeah, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, which is the scriptures, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles. The wiles is the tricks of the devil. The scriptures is your discernment. The scriptures is your filter. The scriptures is your spiritual eye on everything that's going on around you, including and especially the demonic forces. That left-hand side that you don't see. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. It's not the person, but against principalities, them spirits, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, the elites, the 13 Illuminati bloodlines. They indulge in witchcraft. And they allow the citizens of America to indulge in witchcraft to help their agenda. Number one agenda is to kill, keep people asleep, take as many people down as they can with them, because they know that they have an end. It's the regular people that don't know that they have an end. It says against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Right, so the Rothschilds is the number one family. But the Illuminati as a whole work hand in hand even with the Masonic groups. Against spiritual wickedness in high places. Satan himself. That's who you up against. They prayed to Satan Satan gives them their power. And Satan helps them push their agendas and help them put the demons out there and things like that. You know? Yeah, the actual spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side. But the spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side works for God on the left-hand side. So it's ultimately the Lord, Yahweh. So when you see the demonic spirits and the movies and things like that, and they got all the demons and things like that, oh, that's the Lord just controlling the left-hand side. But that's why the scripture said you got to come back to the Lord in order to stand against the wiles of the devil. It says, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. We're in the evil day. And you're going to need to know these scriptures to be protected. These scriptures is going to be your salvation. These scriptures is going to keep you from being tricked. These scriptures are going to keep you from getting killed, whether through disease or just somebody killing you. You know? It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. And we're in the evil days. And having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, right? Have your mind girt about with the truth. And the breastplate of righteousness, that's the scriptures. The true understanding of the gospel. The more and more you study the scriptures, the more and more your discerning eye turns on, and you start to see the evil, the wickedness. And then it helps you learn how to maneuver, because this is a spiritual war. This spiritual war started a long ass time ago. You just now waking up to it. Every day is something new. It might be something new, you know? But that's why you got to stay in the spirit. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on a breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Peace between you and Yahweh Shem Shai. Because if you're not in the spirit and you're not protected, then you're making war with the Lord, because that means you have the left hand side. Spin. It says, I'm walking past one of the houses that be having all the candles in the window. Depending, a lot of that shit is demonic. I think they said the Roman Catholics do that shit too, but I forgot what it was for. One of them religions. But yeah, and it went hell, you should be lighting a candle in all 15 of your windows the whole fucking day. Bitch, you demonic. Shit. During the daylight. Then in the evening and shit. But yeah. It says, above all, taking on the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, to put out all the fiery darts of the wicked by knowing this truth. Everything they try to throw at you, all the deception, you know. (17) And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. Right. This Bible is your sword. This Bible helps you fight against the demonic forces, the evil spirits, the evil people, the spirits that's on the people. Little dog barking and shit. The dog gonna be hit by a missile. You barking to your king. Fucking animal. Anyways. Yeah, so you have to stay in the spirit. And this is what the spirit is, because Jake and I'm always talking about they in the spirit, they're in the spirit. I don't even know what the fuck the spirit is. John 6:63. Come on, man, don't be slowing down. What the fuck is you slowing down for? It says, it is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. The spirit is the word of Yahweh Shai. It brings you to life. Like I said, it's your discerning factor. It's your spiritual eye. Everybody else is in darkness, a deep sleep, eye closed. They don't see what's going on around them. It's that left-hand side information. Right, they don't see the demons and stuff on the people. Sitting there like they're trying to hide in the dark. Demonic gas. It says, it is a spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Right. Point blank period. The words is the spirit. The word is the life. If you understand the words, you got the spirit, you have the life. You know? And that's how you gonna make it up out of here, man. Having that word, that's how you gonna make it up out of here. What is it? I can get this one. It's Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures is going to be your stability. It's going to be your faith. When you look up that word stability, it's Amwan Ha. Amwan meaning faith, Ha meaning the. It's going to be your faith. You're going to need faith to make it through. You're going to need faith. The spirit, the word is the faith to make it through. Isaiah 33:6 again. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. Right, that's how you're going to be saved. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. One of my favorites. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, blacks, Latins, Native Americans, no other nation, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them on, bear with me. It says that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord, Yahweh God of your fathers, giveth you. You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you. Right, so you can't add to the scriptures, you can't take away. You can't make up and say, this is what this means. You can't take away and say, this doesn't mean that. You know? It says, your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that follow Baal Peor, left hand side demon, the Lord, Yahweh thy God, hath destroyed them from among you. That's why you have to stand in the spirit. Because the Lord killing people off that's on that demonic side. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord Yahweh your God are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. Right, so just not any wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is acceptable. Is the real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that you're supposed to have. What's in these scriptures is your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So, to condemn witchcraft, and the people that does it supposed to be put to death, that's the wisdom, that's righteous, that's to be respected and praised. What did it say again? What did it say? It says, right, that's wise. That's wise. You know? It says, for what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? Right.